Book trade the NBA.com. This is John's Reports for the 17th. And well, so we take a look at the big up move day and look at how small the range was for the day. And then we move into what happened yesterday, and it's like already there. Oh, no, day hasn't ended. And then you notice this, what we start to decline pretty significantly. And here you see the up twist. So, breadth wise, you start to see an increase in volume. Well, that matters because when you have big up moves that are under lower volume and then you get more volume on down moves, you understand what's really taking place. It takes more time and therefore volume to move these things. And you don't see that in hourly charts, but you definitely notice it when it looks from a tick standpoint because those are only the actual trades. So, big difference from that standpoint. You can see the retrace coming back through there, filling in right way into the halfway point of the up candle. Still doesn't cover the gap in that, so you would expect that there's potentially more that has to take place. But how interesting that previous short line never deleted there, and it faded exactly off the same one. Coincidence? No, there's no coincidence. That was a rhetorical question. It was a joke because after all these years, there are no coincidences with these things. It happens for specific reasons, and mostly because it's where algos activate and they reinitiate, lowered price, pump back up, give an opportunity to short into additional height. They may not be done yet. We'll see. From a reading standpoint, you have MBIY. So short's still rising within this. So they haven't surrendered in any way, shape, or form. You've had a bunch of short covering. But is that done? And if we get a pivot of magenta at any point here, it could be interesting. Likewise, we said that all we were looking for was the orange to move over green, and that would signal the beginning of potential end, particularly when we look then for the magenta. So that potentially could be happening today. Another surprise? No, not necessarily, but just worth noting. And you're seeing the same thing from a NASDAQ right here as well. Uh, so those are things we pay attention to. The fact that it was, on near positive extremes and that from the move, yeah, all relevant. Got to correct the oil chart right there. That's all you have to do is right click and you just adjust the symbol to make up for the correction. And that happens when you roll over contracts because now we're moving to the September contract for those who are paying attention. So there we have oil now into the low 70s. So that's getting much healthier, still out of control. But again, you know, 2 days. It's like you've got the added production, but then you're going to have the increase in supply of additional oil. And then the question will become, will Iranian oil be liberated? How much effect does the whole Russia-Ukraine war limit? They're having issues because the Ukrainians have been targeting Russian oil, which has also added pressure. So those things are all still real. From a euro standpoint, again, super excited for the eurozone because, they have no growth. They're in major turmoil. The whole migration thing is becoming a boiling point issue now, and we'll see if there's any resolution from that, but it doesn't look to be so. From a gold standpoint, modest, but again, those things are going to start to ramp up later, and they'll be just big shoots when they do happen. I would expect the same from a Bitcoin too, because again, it's just going to be those like moments where they realize, oh my gosh, inflation that is really starting to follow up from uh, where we had before. I think the best help is part of that was mitigated by the idea of using the strategic reserves and stuff, but still didn't affect the gas prices that to the largest degree of oil spiking to that level. So we'll see how it begins to play out here in the next couple of weeks. The numbers will become very real, and once the 4th of July holiday is known, then I think we'll have a pretty good grasp on where everything is for the most part, and be able to go from there. As always, though, anything relevant, I will certainly put it on the team chat. Have a good one and trade well.